And it also depends, like, since you're in your lazy girl era, I think it also depends on how big of a place are we talking. Like, are we going from an apartment to another apartment? Like, I'll just do that yourself. Really worth spending the money on a moving company.
Moving companies are, or back in the day, put in the Craigslist ad.
Yeah.
Willing.
Or what is it, like TaskRabbit? Like, people will come in and, like, put IKEA furniture together for you or something. But
taking a name, you coded the door, and welcome to the game.
Hi, welcome back to another episode of Dear Dilemma. On today's episode, it's all about, well, what is today's episode about, Hannah?
Well, there is a submission. I feel like we've finally gotten caught up on some submissions instead of topics,
Woo-hoo!
which is fun. It says, help, I'm moving soon. Should I just pay a moving company or do it myself? I'm in my lazy girl era.
Same.
I feel that.
We love being lazy.
You know, this one is good because I actually feel like the last time that we moved, we actually contacted a moving company. We had everything scheduled. And then we realized that it was going to be like $1,300 for them to just move.
Sorry, what?
Yeah. I think it was for like, we didn't even get them the whole day. I want to say it was like 4 or 6 hours. And then like that was whatever they could move in that time frame was what we had to pay for. So I'm like, well, what if they don't move that much?
Like
stuff.
Like, does that include like physically moving? Okay, hold on. Is that meaning like moving boxes out of your house into the moving truck and then you taking the truck? Or is that them... I'm so sorry. Moving boxes out of the house into the moving truck and then them moving it to the new house.
That. So it was, yeah, and it depends on like what package you get, right? So it's like some moving companies will come in, they'll box everything up for you, move everything, unpack, and not unpack, I don't think, but they'll like leave all the boxes there at the new house. And then if you want to, you can just have them move specific items, like large, heavy items, but it also depends on how big your home is. So since we were going from a 3-bedroom home to like a 3-bedroom with a basement, they were going to charge us more basically. And because we had heavy items, so we had like workout items, like gym equipment, because that's really what we were wanting them to move because it's just such a headache, obviously, and really physically demanding. Like we had a 300-pound deadlift platform that my husband made, but it's obviously like super heavy, so it's just hard to be able to move that, just me and him.
That's expensive.
Yeah, so we ended up, we canceled at the last minute, and there was no like fee for canceling, thank God. But we ended up just doing it, and my husband and I manhandled stuff, and my stepdad helped, and we just figured it out. But it was rough. Like, I don't think that I would pay for a moving company unless I was moving
like states.
Yeah, because I think if you're like in town or you're moving a couple hours, it's almost just more worth it to suck it up and do it.
I think that sounds about right because I know somebody that is planning on using a moving company just to take what's in their house and just get it in the truck, and it's going to be like $500 for only like 4 hours, and that's just moving it from the house to the truck. Whereas I'm probably going to be moving soon, and we're just going to do it ourselves because I don't have time to do. I just don't have time. I'd rather. Yeah. But we're also really blessed, and we know the person we're buying the house from, so we're going to start to slowly move things.
That's nice. When you have like some extra cushion time between your old place and your new place. That's really nice.
Yeah. So then you're not feeling rushed in one day to like, oh, I got to get this out because the new people are going to have ownership or whatever it may be. But moving states for sure, maybe use a shipping company or movers. Again, just depends on what's in your budget and how much you're willing to spend. But if it's just to move locally, try to recruit. I would recruit friends. I'm like, hey, if you help me, I will get the wine and pizza.
Oh, for sure. And I feel like it's always, it is hard though. Like I feel like the people that always like friends that always get asked to help move are always the ones with the trucks. So I feel like for that person that owns the truck, it's kind of like frustrating because they're like, oh, my friend always is the one, like I'm always the one that, helps people move or whatever. But I think that's just part of having a truck, right?
Sorry, my truck's in the shop. That's where I think where I said, you know what? I think that we just need to spend the money and rent one of those, like, the extra long U-Hauls and try to get it done in a one trip or two instead of asking for friends who have trucks and having to do, like, 8 trips. I'd rather get it done in, like, 1 or 2 trips and not have to ask for as much help instead of like, hey,
Yeah.
can you and you load up and then make 10 trips. Like, it's just
Yeah,
exhausting.
I mean, my husband and I have moved twice. So the first time was from Fort Wayne to here, which was 2 hours, and we got a U-Haul. We were going from an apartment though to a house.
Yeah.
So it wasn't like one of the great big ones, but we still filled up a pretty good U-Haul. I'm like kind of embarrassed, honestly. And then from our old house to our new house, we did a U-Haul and then like a couple of small trips in like the truck.
Yeah.
And car or whatever, like
Yeah.
boxes, smaller stuff. But it was, what I think is worth paying for when you're moving is actually to pay someone to come in and clean
After?
like your old place, like whether that be an apartment
Yeah.
or house or whatever, because you're so stressed out trying to get everything out, get everything organized in the new house, maybe clean in the new house too.
Yes.
They should clean for you, but it's not always up to par.
Yeah.
So sometimes I think it's helpful to at least spend the money to clean the old place.
Yeah. No, I agree on that because I almost thought, I'm like, can someone just clean the new house for me before? But really, there's no
yeah.
point. I mean, there kind of would be. It'd be nice. But it's like, I don't think the person's going to clean it for me before they
Yeah.
move. Like, for me, when I move, I'll probably just do a nice sweep and mop. I mean, there will be nothing to dust.
Yeah.
I mean, because everything's going to be gone. But I'll make sure it's in decent shape. I'm not going to just leave it with trash everywhere. I'm going
Yeah.
to make sure it's clean and like swept and mopped and we're out. But it's such a process. You're thinking of, okay, I have all the stuff I have to move. And like you said, I have to clean my old place. I have to clean the new place. I have to figure out who to move. And if you're in your lazy girl era, maybe you have some friends that you could recruit. Maybe the neighbor is, I don't know.
And
Like,
it also depends, like, since you're in your lazy girl era, I think it also depends on how big of a place are we talking? Like, are we going from an apartment to another apartment? Like,
Yeah.
I would just do that yourself. If you're going from, a huge house to a small house, like, what are
Yeah.
what's the logistics of it? Because is it really worth spending the money on a moving company? And now, like, my sister, she paid a moving company, but they were moving states too. So I feel like that's probably when people most likely do that.
yeah, that depends. And we don't know if you have family around or not. Maybe you do live in another state and you're not near your family or
Yeah.
another town. They're not able to come and help you. So it really just all depends on what you feel, what's in your budget. Maybe call around and see how much moving companies are. Or back in the day, put in the Craigslist ad.
Yeah.
Willing.
Or what is it, like TaskRabbit? Like, people will come in and like put IKEA furniture together for you or something.
Yeah, just hire one of those. I don't know if does like U-Haul even have people that do that for you.
I don't think so. But I do think like those pod things too would be worth looking into, because my in-laws did that. They rented like one of those pod trailer
Yeah.
things, and then they just had it in their driveway, and they had like several days, I think, or a couple weeks that they had to slowly start packing stuff up and moving it and filling it. And once
Yeah.
it was full, they just called the other place, like picked it up and moved it to their new house, and then they had time to like unload
So
slowly.
it's kind of like a U-Haul, but it's kind of a mix of both worlds.
Yeah, because you don't have to drive it there, and you have more time. You're not pressed for time as much, I think, depending on probably what you spend. But I think they are expensive, but it was really nice for them because they're older and they didn't want to
Yeah.
like
I've seen those.
manhandle everything like in a weekend, so it was a little bit more low key for them to be able to move.
Yeah,
And they
where
moved states, but it was like only about 3 hours away. So it wasn't like a huge move.
No, but that is smart. That's another option. It's still in your lazy girl era. You just have to physically move it into the pod.
Yeah.
But at least you wouldn't have to then move it by truck or car or U-Haul by
Yeah.
yourself.
Because that's what I would be afraid of, is like driving like a huge U-Haul or something. Like, I'm not a good driver when it comes to big vehicles.
I wouldn't test my skills.
Oh, really? Well, this is an embarrassing story. We're going to get off topic for 1 minute. So I rented a 15-passenger like extended van.
Oh, no. Here we go.
For my best friend at the time, who's now my sister-in-law's bachelorette party. And I just kind of forgot like how long it was, and I got panicked because we were in a parking garage, and the little thing that goes up for you to go through it, like the arm.
Just
I was
'cause
like, oh my God, it's going to come down on the car. And then I'm going to be responsible because it's a rental or whatever. So I cut the corner too fast, and I took out a yellow pole. And you know what? it was great because my car insurance is full coverage. And they covered all of it. I think
Oh my goodness.
I think I
So don't hire
I don't
Hannah.
think I even had to pay like a deductible for it. It was like they just
Who
handled
drove your
it.
U-Haul to move?
Oh, always my husband. I would never.
I know. Maybe that's.
I would crash.
Maybe we should get the medium-sized one just in case we have any issues.
Yeah.
Because I mean,
Well,
it
if
is.
you've never driven one before and backing it up.
Well, they don't give you like. It's not like you have to be certified or go
No.
through a test. They're just like, oh, here's the keys. Good luck.
Go ahead, yeah. Well,
Kind of scary.
Like my husband was in the military, so he like is used to backing up really big like trucks and vehicles and trailers and all that stuff. So I'm like, oh, you can do it. But funny story also about his brother though. His brother like could not back up the trailer one time, and he finally just drove like around in a circle through the yard
Until
to just get it to where he wanted it because he got so frustrated trying to back it up.
trailers are hard. I've seen
are.
a lot of arguments go down at the boat ramp.
Oh, it's so funny. I would just sit there with a bag of popcorn.
Like you waiting on a boat? No, I'm here for the drama. That's
Yeah.
what I'm here for.
Oh,
but it's
so
hard.
funny.
It is hard. Moving is just rough, girl.
Yeah.
Moving is rough. All of it's rough. The packing, the trying to figure out how to get from A to B, and then when you're at B, the unpacking. You got boxes everywhere. You're trying to get organized. You feel like more boxes are piling up. I think the pod might be a good idea.
Yeah, I do think that
Then
they're
you could slowly.
expensive, but I
Get
think it's
things
worth
out.
it. Yeah. And that would probably be a lot cheaper than hiring movers. So,
So we feel you.
yeah.
We've been there. We're gonna be there. I don't think there's ever a way. The only good positive way, I think, at any point to get away from the whole moving aspect is when you are elderly and you have to. Then your kids and grandkids or family does
Yeah.
it for you. That's the only time.
You're like, oh, I can't do it. My back. My
Or
hips.
you're pregnant and you can't. You're not allowed to
Ooh.
lift things.
Yeah, that's true. Well, yeah. I mean, you can lift some things. You'll still be with, like, probably small boxes.
I try to get out of it, but you got to do what's best for you. Figure it out. Do some calculations. See if it's in
Yeah.
your budget. If it's your budget, go for it, girl. If it's
Yeah.
not in your budget, don't do it. Don't do
Yeah.
it. Save. Find a way else.
Don't stretch your budget just for moving. My thought on that, like you were kind of going there, but I was going to say, like, because when you get into your new place, there's always something that like you need to buy,
Yes.
something that goes wrong, something that you need to fix. So I feel like if you max out your budget just with the movers, you're going to be really stressed in the next couple weeks when like something happens.
Yep.
And you're like, oh crap, I should have thought
Yes.
about that or added some. So make sure that you have a little extra cushion.
Well, let us know what you would do in the comments. Would you hire movers? Would you do it yourself? Save the money? Spend the money? What's
Yeah.
money? Money's fake. It's not real. It's Monopoly. We're in a Monopoly world.
At least that's what the lady said at T-Pain, right?
Money's not real. It's
not
fine.
real.
You'll make it back. Anyways, let us know what you think. Make sure the QR code, if
Yes.
you have time, scan it and or screenshot it. Save it to your photos. When you click on it, it'll pull up our link to enter your submission and follow us on our socials. What are
Yeah.
those, Hannah?
TikTok, Instagram, and YouTube. And it's
At
at Dear Dilemma Official.
And we will see you next week.